Interesting.
You just got home from school, and not the cool kind where you build robots and flirt with your lab partner, but the bad kind, the kind where your English teacher just gave you a D- on your Hatchet book report because saying that Brian survived the wilderness with good vibes and a hatchet wasn't a...
No, I'm not only watching Disney movies. It like started with that, and so like now the community on Patreon has kind of just been going with that theme, which I'm not mad at, because it's been fucking funny watching this. It's been funny watching these old like cringy Disney movies. I'm not gonna lie, and it's like low key, it's cringy, but like watching it, especially with everybody, it's kind of cool. Like it's kind of cool, bro. It's kind of cool.
Proper analysis. So you get home from school and you make a beeline to your life support. Forget homework. Forget Becky from math class who said your Crash Bandicoot t-shirt was cringe. All that matters now is turning on your PlayStation and hijacking cars as Homer Simpson. Because you just want dumb fun, quick laughs, and a few hours of mashing buttons before mom calls you to do the dishes. Skip to a few years later and now you're high rolling with a job, depression, and most importantly, your PS3. You're in a store one day and you see the old Simpsons game from your childhood and you pick it up to relive the nostalgia of happy memories from when you didn't have bills. It's the same game, the same concept, the same name, the same Homer, but this time, Homer is in HD. And not only that, but you now have the option to free roam all of Springfield and explore all of its nook and crannies. And suddenly, you're left wondering, how could this even be considered the same game? Why did it change? Are there other games that did the same thing? Which version of those games are better? Well, that's what we're gonna figure out today. And the newer version wasn't always the best. And finish off what we started, the Simpsons game. With the PS2 version, just right away, you're hit with that let's just call it a nostalgic charm. The graphics can be blocky and pretty grainy, as you can see here. And here, textures are also blurry, which can kind of make the whole thing feel a little bit dated. Now, it was 2007, so most of us didn't have PS3s back then, so we didn't really care. You're running through linear levels, but hey, it's Springfield, so nobody...
Wait, I'm pretty sure there was a Transformers game that was the same way. It was like one on the PlayStation. I'm pretty sure it was like from the first movie. A game based off the first movie.
The PS3 and the 360 version, and somebody better call Aladdin because you're in a whole new world. It looks like someone hit the HD button.
Jump In. It's about a world famous guy who boxes and is really good at double Dutch, life-changing film.
You should watch Jump In. What's his name? Corbin Blue?
Everything. The cel-shaded graphics are crisp.
Wait, this looks good.
In Springfield is wild. And it honestly feels like you possibly might be in an episode. So what gives? Well, the simple answer is less hardware equals less graphics and a more linear experience. Where the new hardware is obviously more powerful, and that's how you get a bigger and more detailed experience. You also get extra cutscenes, a bigger story, and again, the free roaming that just wasn't capable on the PlayStation 2. If I had to pick a winner for this one, which I'm going to have to pick a winner for all of them, the PS3...
Casperville for a Street Fighter movie? It's like a video or something?
360.
I think I've seen some of that.
The era wins this one. I'm completely roasting in this sweater. Next up is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's...
Oh my gosh, yes! Yes! Yes!
Stone. PS1 version versus the PlayStation 2 version. The PS...
Oh my god, I already know. It was like blocky and shit like that, and they were kind of stale and flippendo! But it's like on the PlayStation 2, the shit like, they running, they capes is flapping and shit like that.
One version is just absolute magic.
Yeah, real niggas had it for PS1 facts. Oh my god, I remember this. Oh, if I could just go back and play these games again, man. The memories, dude.
Magic. And by magic, I mean someone tried to build Hogwarts out of mashed potatoes and Play-Doh.
If you want to pass time until the download is done, check out the Yacht Suite. It's the soundtrack made live. Only if you want to. I ain't pushy.
I know you're not. Yeah, chat. I like, this is dead ass. Oh, this is a disgusting film. This is actually dead ass. Chat, I think this might just be like one of those movies where they turn to the camera, wink, wink, like, Like I cannot see this being a serious like film. I can't see it being serious, bro.
Jumpin' is the worst movie ever. Nigga gave up a boxing scholarship to jump rope. I would have RKO'd that lil nigga through a table if I was his dad.
That is fucking insane though. Jump rope, nigga. Like, is there even like a? I mean, there's a league for anything, to be honest. But is there money in it? Oh my god, that reminds me.
But it's still magical. It's weirdly charming, kinda spooky, and feels like a budget Zelda clone where your sword yells, Nintendo!
Wait, actually true. That's actually a good description. Chat, I seen something fucking hilarious, and I don't even know what it was. I'm gonna have to find it later. We'll have to watch it later.
At everything. The levels are tight and linear. The puzzles are simple. And Harry controls like he's constantly late for class. But for a lot of us, this is Hogwarts. It was clunky, but man, it felt magical. Now the PS2 version, yeah, nobody bought this. Mainly because it came out after Chamber of Secrets, had a low print run, and then came out right before Quidditch World Cup, which EA obviously cared way more about. It just seems like suddenly Hogwarts got a facelift. The castle is bigger, the world is now more open, and it feels like there's...
I played the PC versions of Harry Potter as well.
Starting to introduce a little bit of exploration. And while all that is great, it's also where things get kinda weird. See, the PS2 version somehow feels less magical. Yeah, it's technically better with smoother controls, better graphics, and less moments where Harry looks like a Sims character having a mental breakdown. I feel like they ditched the eerie, cramped castle vibes.
Yeah, it was like creepy kind of going through that castle, bro. Like, you would walk past a statue and a statue would come alive and start chasing you, bro. That shit was creepy as hell.
Something that feels, I don't know, kind of empty. The PS1 version feels like you bought one of those massive gas station burritos and ate the entire thing, then instantly went to sleep and had this crazy wild dream. But that weirdness kind of works. Meanwhile, the PS2 version, while they did make more space,
oh my god, this background music is so good.
Fill it with stuff. If you could imagine walking around a theme park while it's closed, although that would be awesome, after a while it would probably start to feel a little lonely. And that's how this PS2 version feels. So which one's better? If you want the bigger, smoother, and
the PlayStation 1 is better. The PlayStation 1 version is better.
One. But if you want that bizarre, clunky, and slightly terrifying charm that everyone remembers, PS1's got you. And that's the route that I'm going to choose. PS1 wins. Because sometimes being weird, messy, and unforgettable beats being just fine. Next is Toy Story 3, a game based on a movie based on toys having actual feelings. Why did I explain Toy Story? Now, if you remember the PS3 and the 360 version, you probably remember an awesome open world toy box mode where you could just run around causing chaos like Woody had been stress testing energy drinks all day. You could build your own little town, unlock costumes, and throw townsfolk off of cliffs for no other reason than that you could. Just a quick side note, this game is actually really good. This game is dumb, stupid fun. Just think Arthur Morgan if he had a little pull string on his back. If you play TS3 on the PS2, then yeah, you don't get any of this. But instead, you get a standard action-adventure game with a few platforming elements, a couple of puzzles, and a whole lot of nah.
Can PS2 version looks like Mysteries on Patreon. It's the most anticipated anime in 2025. It's so good you should watch it.
It's insane how you can just have two completely different made games and they still be the same.
They went to a costume party without a costume, and when you ask them why they were there, they just said that they were
like, imagine going to school like, yo, you play that new Toy Story 3? Yeah, bro, like, it's crazy like how much you can do in the open world. Huh? No, the open world. Oh. Nah. I haven't experienced that.
There for the onion dip.
I did the stairs vacuum though,
which is nasty, and that's really not cool. Look, the PS2 version isn't just completely horrible. It's just fine. You run through levels based on the movie, occasionally solve puzzles, and constantly wonder why Buzz feels like he has a backpack full of bricks strapped to his back. That took me like 10 takes. It's functional, but compared to the toy box mode on the next gen version where you're
it's a completely different game, bruh.
and using townsfolk as your stunt doubles, it really just feels like a downgrade. Definitely a win for the newer generation.
What a
Yo,
scam.
listen up, nerds and virgins. I'm here to tell you about Splinter Cell Double Agent.
Never
and if you
played
think
this.
the 360 version is better, well, buddy, you're about to get reverse carded like Uno. Yo, this right here, that ain't Splinter Cell. This is Sam Fisher, what it feels like to chew the new 5 gum experience. This is what it would look like if someone handed Sam Fisher a pack of Slim Jims, a bazooka, and told him to go ham. This man's supposed to be a spy, not an extra in Bad Boys 2. It's like they took the word stealth and fed it straight into the paper shredder. Now this right here, this is the good stuff. The OG Xbox version made by the same dudes who made Chaos Theory, which,
Real One
fun
said Toy
fact,
Story
is the
3 on the Nintendo Ds.
The Toy Story 3 on the Nintendo DS.
only game in history that scientifically makes you 26% cooler
Nintendo Ds.
just for owning it. And I own like 4 copies, so that explains a lot. What's that? Is that the 2000s, Colin? Yeah, buddy, I never hung up. This version right here, Sam Fisher's creeping through tight corridors, dodging bodyguards, and whispering seductive stuff into bad guys' ears before he offs them like Ben Diesel in Triple X. It's tense, it's tactical, and most importantly, it doesn't feel like Sam's about to yell fire in the hole every 5 seconds. See, this ain't Splinter Cell. This is Boom Boom Explosion Man 3000. No tactics, no tension, just Sam Fisher out here playing Call of Duty with a pair of discount night vision goggles.
Low-key, my type of game, though.
So
Classic.
yeah, if you want to feel like a
Wait, this look crazy though. Like the stealth is crazy. Is stealthing.
shadow-dwelling bad dude who can sneak past your mama's own creaky floorboards at 2 a.m. Stick with the version with the hard W on this one. The original Xbox, baby. But hey, what do I know? I've been wearing the same chain since Linkin Park dropped Hybrid Theory, and I ain't stopping
I like that Hogwarts Legacy poster.
Now, up next is Spider-Man Web of Shadows. It is my favorite Spider-Man game, minus the voice acting. Yes, I have played Spider-Man 2 on the PS2.
Banger.
Yes, I have
Banger. W-Chai for putting me onto this. Banger.
played Spider-Man 2 on the PS4. Yes, I have played Spider-Man 2 on the PS5. And Web of Shadows is still my favorite. Because this game asks the bold question, what if Spider-Man was just kind of mean? The plot is simple. New York City is overrun by a symbiote invasion.
I love how you can switch suits, bro.
The Venom movies say it different than I've heard my entire life. And Spidey has to decide if he wants to be your friendly neighborhood hero or start flinging guys into the atmosphere like it's his new favorite hobby. But here's where things get just a tad interesting. The PS3 version is this big open world brawler where you're swinging through the city that's slowly starting to get taken over by symbiotes.
Beautiful.
It is amazing.
Fun.
My favorite part, you can switch between Spidey's
Yep,
red
same.
suit for good guy vibes or his black suit for I don't pay my parking tickets kind of energy. With just the click of your left thumbstick, the combat is fantastic. You have air combat, wall combat, and ground combat. The movement is smooth. The whole thing feels like Spider-Man 2 back on the PS2 and GameCube, but if Peter Parker listened to a little bit too much 3 Days Grace. Black Suit Spidey doesn't just fight the bad guys, he emotionally damages them. But then, there's the PS2 version.
Oh God,
And
what
if
is
you
this?
expected the same open world brawler like
What's it
I
look
did
like?
when I was 13, then you are
It can't be too different, right?
in for a sad, sad experience. Super quick side story. I didn't have a 360, still was rocking the PS2. My cousin had a 360, went over to his house, went to Blockbuster and rented Web of Shadows. Blew my mind. Went home, asked my mom if she could get me Web of Shadows for the PS2. I knew the graphics wasn't going to look as good, but I didn't care. I just wanted to run around in the city because it was awesome. To my surprise, my mom actually bought it for me. And when I got home and put it in the PlayStation, I was devastated. Like full on listening to sad music in the shower while dramatically sliding down the wall kind of
What does it look
heartbreak.
like?
It was nothing like the PS3 and 360 version. It's a side-scrolling level-based...
No. He's trolling. He's fucking trolling. He's fucking trolling.
It's nothing like the
PS3 and
He is
360
trolling, there's
version.
no
It's a
way.
side-scrolling level-based beat-em-up and a bad one at that. No open-world
Oh
web
my
slinging
God.
through New York City, just a series of linear levels that feel like they were slapped together in a weekend. Spidey's moves feel stiff. The combat
This is a fucking scam.
is clunky and the hit detection is just off. It does a few things different with the side characters that are cool, but I'm not even going to talk about that because this game is so bad. While the PS3 and 360 version swung through the city, the PS2 version just kind of swung through sadness. Now, before we start to descend towards the end of the video,
That's
I want to
disgusting.
point out a couple of games that look better on the older gen versus
That's
the newer
actually
one,
disgusting.
starting with Peter Jackson's King Kong.
Yes.
The original Xbox version looks
Yes!
great. It looks good, looks pretty crisp, the lighting looks gorgeous. Then when you look over here at the 360 version, I don't know, the lighting was just off. I mean,
my
look at
God.
Kong on the OG Xbox.
Yeah, the OG.
And now look at him
I had
on
on-
the 360.
I had on the PlayStation
The 360 version looks like he's walking down the lighting aisle at Home Depot. Something's just off with it. Looks like someone turned the gamma up until their retina's burned, and I'm not sure why. Not to mention that the fog is just off in the next gen version. I hate when they mess up the fog. I'm looking at you, Silent Hill 2 HD Collection. You also have Star Wars The Force Unleashed.
Oh my
Now, I didn't put this
gosh.
in the meaty part of the
Whoa.
video because it's been covered by other channels who did a way better job of it, but I still need to mention it. On the next gen, it looks gorgeous. It looks crisp. It looks wet. Blew my mind as a teenager. But the PS2 version is where it was meant to be played.
Wait, I'm not gonna lie. The that looks way.
You can walk around your ship and do Star Wars things
Way
as
better.
Starkiller. It is awesome. It is definitely
I think it's like maybe the
the
lighting.
definitive way to play it. They also changed the levels just a little bit. So what did we learn today? Well, we learned that back in the day you couldn't just go purchase a game and know exactly what you were getting. Your experience depends entirely on which plastic box you have. One kid is running through Springfield like a champ while the other kid is wondering if Bart's face is really supposed to look like a melted candle. Sometimes the high polished with slightly less content was the better version. Other times the last gen version had better missions, a better story, different gameplay options, and left you wondering why you even bought the new console in the first place. Nowadays, games are the same across every console, and you may prefer that. But I don't know, I feel like we lost a little bit of weirdness in the process. You know that
What are they playing that on?
weird chaotic charm where you didn't really know what you was getting. I kind of miss it. And speaking of things being missed, click here to learn about the Futurama game that you might have missed.
Man, that was a good video. Shout out to whoever linked this. That was a good ass video. Yo, that. Oh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Wolfenstein New Order, my first ever introduction to this Wolfenstein world. Thanks to you guys. Absolutely love the story. The